Hello, and welcome to Ben's Page Turners, Unlock the World of Books. I am Linus Godwin. In this program, we'll be diving into the pages of the most exciting book and meet the mind behind the book. On today's episode, we'll be concentrating the book Handling Pressure and Rejection. Let us meet the author of the book, Dr. Benedict Aliku. So you're welcome to the show.
Well, writing, you don't just pick pen to write. Ideas will come. Good ideas. So once they come, you just put it down. Don't delay. Don't say until I have time. You can write a sentence in a day. You can make a paragraph in a day. Whatever, any good idea, you put them together. Just put it down. After a while, you put them together. Don't say until I have 1 week or 1 month that is free. No. While driving, while trekking, you can judge whatever thing that comes. So start doing it. Everybody should be a writer. You write one thing or the other, and it will help humanity. Whether you publish it or not, your children will benefit from it, neighbors will benefit from it. So everybody should write good ideas that comes to your mind.
Let's meet our panelists in the studio. Welcome back to the studio. With me here today, we have Professor Matthias from Cornerstone Apostolic Network. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
And by my left, we have Pastor Dan Idan from Cornerstone Apostolic Network. You're welcome, sir.
My pleasure.
Okay, back to the book, Handling Pressure and Rejection. Sir, I learned you edited this book, Handling Pressure and Rejection.
Correct.
Okay. So would you love to share with us your experience around this book, Handling Pressure and Rejection?
Thank you very much. Before I talk about the book, I first of all talk about the author. Dr. Ben Aliku is a man of God. I knew since I think 2001 or 2002, 20-something years ago.
Wow.
Through engineer Onoyam Ita, under the auspices of Christian Police Fellowship of Nigeria, and we've worked together since then. And I know him to be a very humble, hardworking, honest, and sincere man of God. So for a man like that to write about this topic, handling pressures and rejection, I think he is coming from the perspective of experience. And a man who has lived in Nigeria, and all Nigerians who live in Nigeria, we see pressure, we see rejections everywhere. In every sphere of life there are pressures and there are rejections. Are you going to talk about the socio-political sphere? You talk about the economy, you talk about religion, pressures everywhere, rejections everywhere. I tell some of my students that, look, if you are writing your CV, always put a line, ability to live and survive in Nigeria. If you take it abroad, you will get any position you want. We experience pressures, we experience rejections in every sphere of our national life. So I believe from experience, he penned down this thing. There are several things that we can talk about this book. Number one, when you apply force, apply weight, or squeeze something, you are bringing pressure onto that thing. And then the end result of being under pressure or through pressure is something that mars the beauty of that which is pressurized or pressed. So you can look at it from the perspective of the positive or negative. At creation, God created only one man and critiqued his work and created a woman, and there was happiness in the Garden of Eden. everything was moving smoothly. Man didn't have anything to pressurize him. Man had everything with ease until there was the multiplication sign, the plus sign. There was increase in population. Increase. Not just population of man, of animals and trees and things. And then you can see how we're seated. There is space among us. Now, when other people begin to come in and come in and come in, you begin to see that we begin to squeeze.
That's right.
So begin to be pressurized.
That's right.
And when you talk about pressure, it takes something out of someone. Because this book, I look at it from various perspectives. From the perspective of a psychologist.
Okay.
And you can also apply it in various other fields of study, either in engineering, socio-political, economical. This book is a book that touches life in every sphere of life. So that's what I can say for now.
Oh, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that insight into the book Handling Pressure and Rejection. Over to you, Pastor Dan. Having gone through this book, what would you say or your advice to viewers? Why should they get this book?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Linus. Like I will always say, this book is portable.
Okay.
And then it's a good read. But like the professor said, in one of the chapters, it talks about pressure and rejection.
Okay.
And then when you look at pressure itself, it is something that exerts an influence over something. And then this pressure could be either positive or negative. Now, sometimes the negative one brings discomfort, it brings pain, and pressure such as it is exerted upon somebody by an external factor that you do not want to. Sometimes something you do not want to do it. It can lead to pain and then it can cause some damages. Then on the positive side, for instance, people work under pressure. And I know that people have been able to achieve great things because they were put under pressure. For instance, in footballing, they said there is a pressure that comes in because you wanted to win or because you want to win. And then when you work and you are desiring to win, you will eventually discover that the end result will be something that is pleasurable. Maybe for students, the same thing happens. So I want to encourage everyone, you will learn a great deal about positive and negative pressures, and then the kind of result you can get when you especially take advantage of the positive pressure.
Positive pressure. Wow. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Viewers, you have heard it all. And just as Professor said, if you're a Nigerian, what you should add to your CVs have been able to handle pressure, right?
To be able to live
I've
and
been able to
survive
live
in
and
Nigeria,
survive as
because
Nigerian.
every sphere of life in Nigeria is pressure.
It's pressure.
Can you see the pressure that religion is bringing upon Nigerians? Many people are being killed, kidnapped. Some people, after they pay all kinds of ransom, they still kill them. If you trace it, it has to do with religion
That's right.
and tribal sentiments. You talk about the economy, you talk about politics. Nigerians are going through all kinds of pressure. If you're Nigerian, I recommend this book for you to read so that I can get the template to survive in this nation.
This nation. Okay, so viewers, you are advised to get this book, Handling Pressure and Rejection, if you are a Nigerian, and not just for Nigerians, but especially for us Nigerians. We are under a lot of pressure, and we need to know how to handle this pressure and rejection. We've come to the end of today's segment on Ben's Page Turners. Professor Matthias, it's a privilege having you in today's segment. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes.
Pastor Dan, it was a great honor having you today. Welcome, sir. We appreciate your presence.
Thank you so much.
All right, viewers. So on the next segment of this show, we'll be diving into the books. So I hope to see you on the next section. I will be viewing the books, knowing how to handle pressure and rejection. So until we meet again on the next episode, I remain Linus Ochai Godwin. Thank you.